Hey everyone, I'm Ava DuVernay, and just want to tell you a little bit about my new friend Naomi. So Naomi is pretty popular. She lives in the Pacific Northwest in this little town called Port Oswego. She has a really cool crew of friends. She's a snazzy dresser. She loves comic books. In fact, she really loves Superman comic books. One day, something crazy happens in her town, and she finds out why she loves comic books so much and why she loves Superman specifically. And it's something that blows her mind and is more seismic and cosmic than anyone could ever imagine. Don't believe everything you think. That's what Naomi's about. Check it out.
Better hurry, bell rings in 15.
If you let me get a car, you wouldn't have to worry about me being late. What's happening? Something happened to me.
I could hear it, Annabelle. Hear what?
Everything. You were there that day. Do you know what it was?
It may have something to do with people like us.
What are you talking about?
What you call an icon living?
Are you a superhero?
No.
I need you to listen to the vision. All your verses.
We need to get you ready.
I'm about to clean them in the kitchen.
I found the girl. The powers are beginning to manifest.
I'm about to do it way different. I am just an icon.
You are exceptional.
I am just an icon living. Icon living. I am just an icon. I am just an icon living.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and this is my review for Naomi episode 1. If you guys are not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and welcome to the channel. Now firstly, let me tell you a little bit about Naomi McDuffie. She was created in the comics by writer Brian Michael Bendis. The character's name is in part a tribute to the comic book writer and creator Dwayne McDuffie. Born and raised in Detroit, Michigan, and he's one of the first black mainstream writers for the animated series. Remember Static Shock, Justice League Unlimited, and he earned 3 ENSA nomination awards for his work in comics. So this is kind of a shout out, which is why the surname is the same as the creator. Now in the comics, she was given a code name Powerhouse by Aquaman. Following the events of Dark Knight's death metal, and her abilities are super strength, durability, flight, energy manipulation. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Projection. So think of her as a kind of Monica Rambeau. Uprising of black female superheroes is really starting to come into the mainstream. We know about Riri Williams. We know about the Batwoman series. We also know about Monica Rambeau herself, who was on WandaVision. And now we have Naomi. Now Naomi only started in comics in 2019, so she's sort of a late bloomer, and her comic was a miniseries. It was a 6-issue miniseries, which I enjoyed thoroughly, to be honest. Moments in the Justice League comics, but she's still very new. So I'm telling you a little bit about this because the show won't be following the origins to 100%. Remember, she hasn't got much of a history to pull from, and this is what makes this series very exciting. Other series, we kind of know how characters are mapped. We kind of know because they have decades and decades of history in the comics. We'll learn more from this TV show than we will from the actual comics. And we pick up the first episode where a supernatural event has occurred in Oregon. Now Naomi sets out to find out where the supernatural event originated from with the help of her best friend Annabelle. Now Naomi is a massive fangirl of Superman. And Superman and superheroes as a whole are only known in comics in this universe. So this isn't Earth Prime. This isn't where the Arrowverse universe is. This is on a different Earth. It's also not known to us which Superman version that was, because it was, it was implied it was the work of another supernatural force, or that it was special effects. So we'll have to wait and see on that one. But this is firmly her story, and the writers are singularly focusing on that journey. In this world, superheroes aren't actually real. I do expect, however, to see Superman and Lois's Tyler Hoechlin appear on Naomi, but not for a few seasons. I think somehow they're going to kind of drag it in, even though it's not from the Arrowverse. The one important thing to note is that executive producer Ava DuVernay says that the new TV series will divert and go past the story that's currently in the comics. I think this is a great thing for readers like me who was invested in a miniseries. So this will be able to see them kind of diverting from the source material in a big way. So at the moment, we have to treat this like Stargirl, where it's not set in the Arrowverse, but an adjacent series not explicitly set in the Arrowverse, but as Crisis on Infinite Earths established that there was a multiverse place outside of Earth Prime. This would leave the door open for an eventual crossover and some surprises who will show up, and we're not sure how. Obviously, John Diggle's been showing up everywhere, so it wouldn't surprise me if he was on this show. But again, because it's not in the Arrowverse, I want to see how they deal with that. Now, Naomi passes out again for the second time in the series and is told that she had a panic attack. She does notice a military man with a note regarding some sort of Superman rocket in the woods. Now, Naomi goes and finds this site where it looks as though the rocket has ploughed through the soil. She also finds a disc with alien writing on it before being confronted by Zabunda, the owner of the local car dealership, who tells her that they are both different. This for me could be the start of seeing Thangarians in the series, the alien homeworld of Hawkman and Hawkgirl. And Naomi also finds a local newspaper describing a UFO sighting on March the 14th. That's actually Naomi's adoption date in 2004. So later, Naomi confronts Dee alone and he reveals himself to be Thangarian. So it's a coming-of-age story, and there will be some romance in there, being that she's part of a potential love triangle. Everybody seems to like her. High school jock Nathan, the social outcast Anthony, and comic shop employee Lodris, all showing that Naomi has plenty of high school issues to deal with her superpower concerns on top of that. Now, I like the fact that this series can go in any direction with a world that is open to adaptation, and this means the writers don't have to follow a path, unlike 95% of superhero shows out there. So guys, I'm going to give this a healthy 7 out of 10. And really looking forward to seeing what they do in the second episode. For me, my biggest fear was them trying to sort of give us too much exposition and explain too much. You know, throw it all on the wall in the first episode, which, quite frankly, I thought they were leaning to. But towards the end, it comes up with, you know, all these different things going on in her life. And she has all these questions. But as Dee said, you're asking the wrong question. And I like the fact that this episode ends with her saying, instead of who are you, who are you, who are you, she actually then says, who am I? And I like the way how that finishes, because now we have time to explore that. If that question was answered in the first episode, then this probably would have got somewhere around a 6. Because you just really, fans have no reason to keep coming back if you're throwing everything up on the wall in the first episode. So looking forward to episode 2, and let me know what you guys think about it. Thanks for listening and tuning in, guys, and hopefully we'll be able to see how this develops. Speak to you guys in the next one. Peace out.